Hello, it is Don here from Operation Alpha. Hope you are all good. This is the first video I've done for, I think since Christmas Eve actually, so apologies for the delay, just been in the Christmas spirit as it were. I've lost track. I think this is maybe video tip number 13, so we're picking up where we left off. And I'm going to talk about diets, why diets and extreme protocols don't work, because we're getting to that new year, new me BS, as some would have it, with the onset of January coming. And I'm not one to poo-poo all the New Year's resolutions. I actually think it's great. If people have good intentions to make some positive changes, why pour cold water on it, as a lot of folks seem to love to do? I think it's just very misdirected, because a lot of these New Year resolutions to do with health and fitness and getting in shape, they're a bit kind of extreme and a little bit heroic. And what they tend to do is, rather than addressing the habits and behaviors, the daily rituals that have been in place, that have got an individual to where they are, to the place that they are at the moment, which is obviously unhappy with the state of their health and their fitness and their physique, rather than dealing with the nitty gritty of what their day to day routine looks like. Instead of that, it's taking on board a new routine which is not sustainable. That's the main problem, is that you end up doing something which is quite extreme, which asks you to restrict your diet drastically, to a degree that you will not be able to sustain, and also to train and do a level of volume-wise, training-wise, which again is not sustainable. So, of course, what happens is you do get very quick, dramatic results, which that's the hook, right? That's the hook. That's why people buy into these protocols, and that's why they will repeatedly do them again, because that's the drug right there, is the quick results that you can get. But the problem is twofold. It's physiological, from a metabolic point of view. If you think of your metabolism as being a credit card, you're biting into your credit too quickly and too much. You're maxing out your credit card with the volume of training that you're doing, and the level of caloric deficit that you put yourself into. So that's how much below your daily energy requirements you go. So, for instance, if you're consuming, if your daily caloric expenditure is 2,500 calories, but you're only eating 1,500, that's a 1,000 calorie difference, which has a negative effect on your metabolic rate. It reduces it, slows it right down, and of course you can't sustain that level of caloric deficit. So when you go back to eating a more appropriate and normal way, because your metabolic rate has slowed back down, your metabolic rate is maybe slowed to 1,500 calories, but you have to eat 2,500. You can do the math. Yeah, you're going to start putting the weight back on. So from the physiological point of view, sorry, I'm talking 1,000 miles a minute here, because I'm aware that this video could drag on and on otherwise. But so yeah, from a physical point of view, obviously you have the metabolic damage. Now, from psychological, and which is more important, and in terms of your daily habits, what is happening is you're not actually teaching or learning anything in terms of how to live your life once this routine, once this extreme protocol is finished. Do you get that? Yeah. So instead of working on your behaviors and your rituals and your daily patterns, which would set you up for long-term changes and long-term success, you are going into this, warrior, heroic, all guns blazing protocol, which is not representative of what's going to happen later on in your life. Yeah, it's only something that you can do for a very short period of time. So really, where's the value in that? When you think about it, where is the value? Yeah, there's not a huge amount of value in it, in my opinion. Yeah, so this is why diets, New Year resolutions, Herbalife plans, etc. It doesn't teach you anything about preparing and real food on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't teach you how you can incorporate diet and exercise and have a healthy lifestyle that you can actually continue with for the rest of your life, which long term is going to lead to better results. Okay, so again, this is one of these subjects I could talk about for 15 minutes, but I hope that gives you a little vignette of my opinion on diets, extreme protocols, and the whole New Year resolution thing, which, intentions are good, but why not have a bit more direction and focus on what really needs to change? Okay, I'll leave it there. You can comment as usual if you want to know more about this, ask me some questions. You can private message me, and I will be back soon. Peace.